Are you in the festive spirit already? If not, after this video, maybe you will be. And if you already are, then you will be even more, because I'm going to share with you the perfumes that get me into the festive spirit immediately. Of course, perfumes will appear once again because some of these are just all-time classics, but I have some new ones to me. So the first one is Panettone by Milano Fragranze. This is quite new to me, and when I smelled it, I was so excited because I was so intrigued by a perfume that smells like panettone. So the main accords are citrus, warm spicy, and vanilla. And the notes are in the top bitter orange, ginger, mandarin, carrot seeds, davana. Middle notes rum, immortelle, marigold, and the base notes are vanilla and buckwheat. And when I tell you, this is a niche perfume indeed. This is not a linear perfume on my skin. At first, it smells so fruity, like a really fruity panettone. You get this bready thing, I think, from the carrot seeds and the buckwheat, which I always adore if I have a perfume with a hearty base, like something like rice or oats. I love perfumes like that. So the buckwheat in here is really it to me. But in combination with those citrusy fruits, it's just so delicious. But once it dries down, the citrusy fruits go away quite a bit and you're left with this yummy, quite boozy panettone cake smell. But still, maybe because of the marigold, I'm not too sure why, or maybe the immortelle as well, it does remain more perfumey and not too edible. But it is a gourmand, don't get me wrong, it is a gourmand, but it does have something perfumey in there, and it's also not too much. A lot of those very edible perfumes are so loud and out there, and this one has like the Italian elegance around it. I also adore the bottle, and so this definitely is like a Christmassy festive perfume. If you and your family are enjoying panettone every year, then this is perfect. But also if you're not, because I eat panettone throughout the year, so it's not just a Christmassy thing for me, but still it's such a comforting food. So to smell it and also like those fruity aspects, it does transport you into the festive season. Then I have Milk by Commodity for you. And this one, it's just so good. I wasn't too sure if it would be too much for me and if it would be like, okay, I'm gonna use it like 2 times and then it's just too much, but no. I have had this perfume for such a long time and I still adore it. So the main accords are sweet, woody, and lactonic, and the notes are in the top milk, in the middle marshmallow and musk, and then the base we have mahogany and tonka bean. And I always think of Santa Claus and his milk and cookies on the fireplace. This is what I imagine when I smell this. This is such a comforting, cozy, spicy, warm milk perfume. And this one is not too perfumey. It does lean very edible. It's very milky, but it's not like cow's milk. It's more like marshmallow and vanilla and tonka bean with something spicy in there. And then you blend it together and it gets a little bit more milky. More speaking of the consistency than the actual taste of cow milk, if you know what I mean. Maybe a little bit more like oat milk or something like that. But anyway, or maybe almond milk, because tonka bean leans more almondy. Maybe you could think of it like that. But it's such a cozy, comforting scent. Perfect for Christmas season. Perfect to wear with your pajamas or I don't know when, but it's just such a beautiful scent. Another classic that to me smells like the Christmas market is Tobacco Vanille by Tom Ford, which is one of my favorite. I would say it's in my top 3 Tom Ford fragrances, and that is not too easy for me because I'm not the biggest fan, especially when it comes to the price point, because I think a lot of their fragrances are very nice, but if you look at the price tag, it's just very, very steep. But this one, it's good. It's so, so good, and it's so unique. And it has been around for a long time. Launched in 2007. That's crazy. Okay, so the main accords are vanilla, sweet, and tobacco. And notes are tobacco leaf and spicy notes on the top, vanilla, cacao, tonka bean, tobacco blossom in the middle, and the base notes are dried fruits and woody notes. And to me, it just smells like the Christmas market. It's just so sweet and fruity. Then you get something smoky from the tobacco, but it's not like super heavy. It's there. And it's creamy from the vanilla and sweet. And you do get something woody in the background, which also reminds me of the Christmas markets because those stands are made out of wood, right? So you get this whiff of something fruity, something smoky, something woody, something sweet. It's just such a happy scent to me, and it always reminds me of the Christmas and winter season. I think I've told you before that a friend of mine who reintroduced me to this perfume, she wore it in the midst of summer, and I was like, oh my god, why are you wearing this? But she was so in love with this perfume. It was so sweet. But yeah, I would not recommend wearing this perfume in summertime, but in the fall winter season, it's perfect. And it's long lasting. You don't need a lot. I love the bottles of Tom Ford, and yeah, so this one is worth the money, and I did buy it. Then we have something completely different, but this is so beautiful. So I most of the time have a perfume on my stash that reminds me of a winter forest. And this one is that this year. So it's called Après by Ellis Brooklyn. And the main accords are woody, warm, spicy, and aromatic. And the notes are in the top, you have juniper berries, cardamom, and saffron. And I think juniper berries is the note for those winter forest perfumes because it seems to be in every of those perfumes that I have. Middle notes are whiskey, guaiac wood, suede, labdanum, praline, and violet. And the base notes are cedar, sandalwood, vanilla, patchouli, and musk. So it has a lot of notes in there. So to me, it's very picturesque. It's so beautiful. So first of all, Ellis Brooklyn makes beautiful perfumes that most of the time are more soft. And this one is too. Other perfumes like that are not. So that is what I like about this perfume, because it's a very distinct perfume, and if this would be too loud, too much, it would be too much for me. So imagine a winter forest. So you have like pine needles everywhere, and it's snowing, and it's a very crisp, cold air that you breathe in. And then on the side, there is this cabin, and maybe there's like a fireplace going on, and maybe someone's baking something in there, and the cabin is made out of wood as well. And that is what I see when I smell it. It's cool, it's crisp, it's green, but then there's something spicy and almost woody smoky in there with a very subtle sweetness to not make it too woody, too smoky, too green. Because this to me is a proper unisex perfume. And it reminds me of a perfume I just smelled once, but it's called Lise Beau. It's very hard to get here. I really want to try more of their perfumes, but I remember smelling that, and it was, I think, in the summertime, and I was like, this smells like winter to me. That one is not the same, but they're in the same family. This woody perfume, almost like molecule-like, but then you have this smooth, subtle sweetness going on to ground it a little bit more and make it a little bit more unisex. I love that one. I think I have to get it. But let's go back to Après. This is just, it's just perfect. I don't know if it's supposed to smell like Après skiing, like a resort or something in the snow, but that would be that as well, because it is in the snow. It is besides forests, and the resorts are oftentimes made out of wood, and there's a fire going on, and they cook a lot of things, bake a lot of things, and yeah. So this is a beautiful perfume. Very niche for Ellis Brooklyn, if I say so myself. Then we have a classic, but I have to share this one with you because it is what it is. It's Angel's Share by Kilian, which is one of their most sold perfumes, or I think it is maybe their bestseller. So this has main accords of woody, warm, spicy, and sweet, with notes of cognac in the top, middle notes of cinnamon, tonka bean, oak, and hedione, and the base notes vanilla, praline, sandalwood, and candied almond. This is just, it's just like a spiced apple cider at the Christmas market. Yeah, that's it. It's either an oak barrel, and then you have the cognac in there, and then you put some fruits in there that are swimming in there. That's what I get. Or Christmas market, you have the stole made out of wood, and then you drink a spiced apple cider, and it's warm, it's cozy, it's spicy, it's fruity, it's hot, it's just good. And that's what I smell. It's not the loudest perfume, but it's there, and it has longevity. I love the bottle, and this is so unisex. I love to smell it on men, women, whoever. I love it on everyone. It's so good. And the last one is such a classic, but it is just the epitome of the festive season. It's by the Fireplace by Maison Margiela from the Replica line. And this one has the main accords of woody, vanilla, and balsamic, with notes of cloves, pink pepper, orange blossom in the top. Middle notes are chestnut, guaiac wood, and juniper. And base notes are vanilla, Peru balsam, and cashmere. My husband always tells me it smells like a Christmas candle to him. It's too much for him. And he would prefer if I use it as like a room spray. You know, that's his opinion. But either way, we still both think that it smells incredible. This one really smells like you put the chestnuts on the fire, and you're sitting in front of a cabin in the woods during winter time, and it's snowing, but you're warm, maybe you have a blanket on, and it's just all of those things at once. It's quite a linear scent, however you get a lot. You get a lot, and it's very strong, very loud. For that reason, I don't really wear it too often because it is very loud, but it's sweet. First of all, it's a sweet, spicy, cozy, warm, a little woody, smoky perfume that just smells like Christmas in the woods, which is not something that I'm used to, but I would love to experience that because I'm quite sure it would smell like that. So these were the perfumes for that video for you. Let me know if you have others that you think smell exactly like Christmas to you, or that get you into this festive spirit. And I hope to see you in my next video. If you celebrated, Merry Christmas. And for all of the other ones, have a beautiful, beautiful time. Mwah. Bye.